What is going on, you guys? On a live, haven't done a live, and well, I did actually last weekend, but I hope everyone's having a blissful day, super exciting day, because it's so beautiful outside, and a lot of lessons learned, and it's funny, you don't even have to go to school to learn. Life is already a teacher as it is. But today I have learned that you cannot let fear stop you from growing. Because the process is what makes progress. See, today, I actually stood up in front of a few people at my job and actually not only had to do a presentation, but we do these exercises. And, I was a bit nervous, actually really nervous. My body was shaking and everything. But it was the exciting fact that I faced a fear. And a lot of people do not want to go face first into fear because, one, they get paralyzed, or two, they're afraid of change. But what's really interesting is that fear is how we grow. Fear is the only way that allows us to grow. So it's wonderful when you actually go face first into facing your fear, because it really, really teaches you not only how you grow as a person, but the things you did not realize about yourself before. And it was funny, actually, after I faced that fear, I realized I went back into my past. I thought of the quote what Steve Jobs said, and he said that you have to connect the dots going backwards in order to move forward. So I literally went back in my past and I realized all the moments that I was terrified to do anything, and it was small things like speaking up, saying no, or just going after something, or just saying something to someone, or giving a compliment at that. It's just little simple things, and it made me realize, like, wow, I've been fearful over a lot of things that I've been wanting to overcome. So today I found courage to actually go face first, not only into my business, but into my fears, into my paradigms and my limiting beliefs, and realize that, fear is just a concept of something you believe in. That's the only reason why it could exist. And I'm not gonna lie, there's gonna be continuous times, even when you're a millionaire. Millionaires still get nervous, no matter what. When they go on stage, when they go out and have to do a presentation, they still get nervous. Fear is always gonna be there, but it's up to you to understand that. Do you believe in it? That you allow it to be in your way, or do you take it into consideration and allow it to teach you a lesson that you need to learn? Because fear has actually become one of my best friends. And the reason is because I used to allow fear to be in front of me and get in my way and stop me from moving forward. But now I take fear and put it behind me and let it push me to move forward. See, I was terrified in my first business and my second business, but now I'm actually in my third business, and I am much more confident about the decisions I'm making in my life. And the one thing I want to get to my point today, is that what breaks my heart most honestly is how people are too fearful to go after the things that they want in life, especially their dreams, especially what they desire. And it's truly important to understand that if you want the things you never had before in life, you're going to have to become a person you've never been before. And that requires consistent, daily, persistent change. And I'm not going to lie. I won't lie. My biggest fear right now is living an average lifestyle. Is continuously living a life where I'm being told what to do by someone who doesn't even really give a damn about me. And that right there has shown me and led me out to go find not only a way out, which is network marketing, which is not even network marketing, just really helping people at that. But in the fact that I found a way to take control of my life. And most of you are probably in the same situation where you're fearful of living the broke life. Honestly, a lot of people think money is bad. Honestly, money is money is the point, but it's not everything. But you have to understand, what's more fearful is not money is the root of all evil, but the lack of money is the root of all evil. Because we have the potential not only to create our own lives, but we deserve to live at our fullest potential. We really truly deserve to go after what we desire. It's just up to us. Are we going to allow that fear to be in front of us? Or are we going to allow that fear we're going to use that fear as our fuel to move forward? Like, I got to a point where I was so angry. Like, I was so angry that I didn't stick to my other businesses, but I realized I wasn't passionate about them the way that I'm passionate about this business I started. And this has put me in a state of clarity and knowing what my goals are and really setting forth and accomplishing them. And that all started with fear. It all started with fear. There's nothing wrong with fear. There's everything wrong with not facing your fears. Because nothing will change unless you change. See, there's no reason to observe fear as something wrong. Only if you allow yourself to fear as it is. But it's truly important to understand that this life we're living is the only life we've been given. And if you're not willing to take the chance, if you're not willing to love yourself enough to take the chance to actually put yourself first and have consideration for yourself to go after what it is that you want, then what's the point of living, honestly? And I'm not saying something wrong about that. I'm just saying that doing the same thing over and over 75 times every year for 75 years in a row, that's not life. I'm telling you, that's not life. I'm terrified of working a job for the rest of my life. I'm terrified to think about not having money to do what it is I desire. That terrifies me. That terrifies me to my core. And that's why I went out and I actually attracted a business that I've been thinking about, because your thoughts do become things. I attracted this business and now I'm in where I want to be, and I never felt so much more whole and so much more congruent on my path and my journey of life. See, it's vital that, one, you love yourself. It's truly vital that you love yourself. And second, it's vital to understand what you want in life, because we have the ability to think. We have this thing called imagination, and we have that ability to really think about what we desire in life. And that right there is gold right there. If you don't take that in consideration, then you really wouldn't know what to do with your life. And majority of us are just walking around like zombies, like robots, thinking we know it all, thinking we know where we're going, thinking that this is life. But really, is this life? Is this the life that you want to live is the true question. Is this the life that you want to live? Hey, Ralph, how you doing? Thank you for being on here. Great job on giving value. I appreciate it, man. I feel like this is really needed, because we're living in a world where people are just so in an illusion. Thank you for the lights, Ralph. Thank you for the lights. Truly appreciate it, man. But a lot of people are living a life full of illusions, and yet they're terrified, but they don't question their fear. And when you don't question your fear, you're never going to face it. First, you got to love yourself. You got to figure out what it is you want. And you got to understand and question everything in your life. Why is it the way that it is? Why do you have this fear? Why don't you go after what you want? Why do you not want to make a change? I realize that a lot of the old generation are fearful of change, but the young generation are going after the things that they want. And now, I'm not saying that you're too old to do anything. No. I'm not saying that. I just got back from a conference, an event, mind-blowing, and that what he said blew my mind. He said, this is the youngest you will ever live. Listen when I say that. This is the youngest time. This moment right here is the youngest time you will ever be. The youngest you will ever be. What are you going to do with this time? Are you going to value your time? Are you going to waste it? Are you going to value your life? Are you going to waste it? Are you going to value yourself enough? Are you going to waste it by complaining, by hating, by putting yourself in victimhood? Are you going to do that to yourself? Because I know damn well yourself deserves so much more. But do you believe that you deserve more? Because it all starts with loving yourself, knowing what you want, and going after it, but also believing in yourself and the fact that everything you desire is already yours. You already deserve it as it is, but do you believe it? It all starts with really loving yourself. I talk about self-love all the time because it's so crucial. We live in a world where not only people don't give love or know love, but it's the reason why they don't know love and give love is because they don't love themselves. That's crazy how that can affect you in such a big way. Let's connect. I would love to mastermind with you. We'll help each other. Cheers. Definitely, Ralph. After I get off this live, let's definitely connect. I love networking with new people. See you right here, you guys. Just facing your fear, getting to know people, talking to people, man. Listen, fear is your fuel. Your rage is your fuel. Pain is your fuel. Failure is your fuel. All of the things that seem bad to you, or objectives of life are fuel. They're storms, but don't allow these storms to break you. Allow these storms to make you. Because listen to when I say this. Without anger, how would we know joy? Without sadness, how will we know happiness? You see what I'm saying? Without pain, how will we know love? Without hatred, how will we know love? Without failure, how will we know success? Without resentment, how will we know acceptance? Without losing ourselves mentally, emotionally, spiritually, how will we be able to find ourselves emotionally, mentally, and spiritually again? We need all these things because it makes us. But are you going to allow fear to break you? Are you going to allow all those things that conjure up and form into fear break you? Are you going to allow fear to make you? You have the choice to do anything you want in life. And you have the choice and the control to be who you want to be and do what it is you want to do and have what it is that you want to have. But it all starts with you. It all starts with loving yourself, knowing what you want, and going after it. It's going to take time. Don't expect things to pop all right out the blue, because it does not. It does not. If you're looking, this is the one thing I've learned. If you're looking for something quick, it will not last long. But if you want something to last long, it will not come easy. And that's the realest thing I've ever heard in my life. And I honestly want to cry right now because I'm so happy that, not because life is good, I'm happy because I finally see the good in everything of life. And in this process, this mentality that I'm growing into and becoming and dying out my old self has made me realize there's so much more to life. And there's so much more to me that I can be. And there's so much more to you that you can be and do and have. But it all starts with understanding that fear is your fuel. Fear can be your best friend. And fear can push you to where you need to go. It all starts with, what do you want? What do you want? Are you going to allow fear to get in the way? You shouldn't. You shouldn't. You are the highest form of God. The highest form of God. Listen to me when I say that. So you are the highest form of God. Do not underestimate yourself. Don't. God created the stars, the moon, the sun, the oceans, the insects, the animals, the land. God created you. What makes you think you don't have the power to create too, when you have God living in you? That's something to ponder on. There's one thing I want to share with you guys that I heard from one of my the mentors at the event that I just came from. And I love this dearest to my heart. And it really made me want to go face first into fear. And he said that God would teach you humility. I'm not even religious, but I do believe there's a higher power. God will teach you humility, but first will humiliate you. Yes, humiliate you to humble you so God can use you. Let me say that again. God would teach you humility, but first humiliate you to humble you so God can use you. So you got to face that fear because you're a freaking warrior. God did not create no weak links. Oh, no. If God created weak links, you wouldn't be here. Listen, if God created weak links, You would not be here. But you're here. You're here for a purpose. You're here to make something happen. You're here to create something to add to this creation of life. Stop letting fear get in the way of what it is you desire. God put a desire in your heart and your mind and your soul. That means you were meant to create it and be it and have it. And guess what? You already are. You already conceived it. You already perceive it. Now you just have to believe it and let it come about. Simple as that, you guys. Just simple as that. So I'm super pumped up. About to go head first into my business and really get things going, and really just giving value and adding more people on and bringing people on, because it's super exciting, and I definitely would love sharing this information with people. And I'm so happy that I can give my value, my universal wisdom that God has given me to share with you guys, so you guys can find your way, so you guys can help yourselves, because it's about time that we learn to love ourselves, because we've been living in arrogance and in hatred for too long in this world, and it needs to stop. I believe it needs to stop. So we need to find ourselves, because we need each other. That's why we're here with each other. So I love you guys. I hope you guys have a blissful day. It's still so sunny outside. It's such a beautiful day to be grateful for. Even if you're having a good day, still be grateful. Because you're here, you're breathing, you're alive, and God wanted you here today. So be grateful, be humble, and be bliss. I love you guys. Please take care and talk to you soon.